Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Banner Saga 2 Let's Play. So last time around we left off, finally reaching a city and buying some supplies, but we've got a few people that want to talk to us, so I think we'll go ahead and do that. And then I might see if there's any more training that we can do, because we're a little bit short on renown, and I'd like to grab maybe the remainder of the supplies at the market and level up another character or two. So let's go ahead and see what these guys have to say. Think. You glance at Ubin, who snorts and smiles. Skathax, I think that's how you pronounce that. Skathak? Yeah, let's go with that. He's thanking you for helping his friend, Roek. Deirdre's the other one, but she's not a talking with Varl and humans mood. Sorry, in a talking with Varl and humans mood. You're welcome. I'd like you to meet Hakon. Skathak's tail swats his flanks, and he bows his head towards Hakon. Varl, Mans, same herd? No, but we're no longer enemies. I haven't seen Horseboard in centuries. Last they knew, humans and Varl were at each other's throats. How do you know our language? He just stares at you. You talk like us. Where did you learn? Herd little trade with Mans and Mud. I think he means our bog friends, the Cragsmen. So what brings you so far north? He looks confused by the question, so Ubin shows him the map, pointing to Dalaland and Grundar. Food. Our planes break. Hakon snorts. Might be justice. Didn't they kill all the horses, Scrivener? His ancestors did, yes, but blaming folks for things that happened hundreds of years before they were alive? May as well accuse these humans around us of starting the Great Wars. So what happened to your friend Roek? Roek, brave fighter, protect food, hit many times. Hit? Who was attacking? Skathak says many things in his other language. Triggekenethe. His eyes go wide and he stomps the ground before pointing west. You look at Ubin. I don't have a clue, but clearly not a friend. Was it the people here? Here in Grundar? Skathak looks where Hakon is pointing. He shakes his head and points west again. The Varl King eyes him suspiciously. Does that mean all of the Horseborn have come north? Many, not all. Not all herds, same. Herds fight herds. Many fights. Sounds like no one likes the Horseborn, not even themselves. Ubin gives Hakon a sideways look. Others take food south to us herd. His hooves scuff the ground during certain words. Just those two? What about you and the couple? Skathak, Roek, Deirdre stay. This herd help. We help this herd. Thank you. Skathak nods in a movement that uses most of his upper body. Man, Varl, Horseborn. Same herd. Funny. Ubin chuckles, and you smile while Hakon shakes his head and walks away. Okay, so that's one down. Let's see what Hogan has to say. I'm pretty sure that is Hogan. The blonde axeman, one of two twins from a small village near Skoger, is chopping into a fallen tree for no apparent reason. His swings look dangerous. Hogan, everything okay? He glares at you. Where's your brother Mogan? He left with the ravens, wondering if I should have done the same. Why's that? I followed your father a long way, and now you. And for what? My brother's gone, my wife and children are frightened of everything around them, including me. I tell them this constant fighting is only for a time, but it's changing me. I see it in their eyes, in my own reflection. I thought I was doing it to protect them, but if they think I'm a monster, what's the point? Oh. You seem pretty conflicted about this. Maybe you should just hang up your shield and axe. He looks shocked by your response. Really? What about all the other fighters? I'd be laughed at around the campfire. No one doubts your skills in a fight. Besides, if your family's important, you can handle some ribbing, right? You're making sense, sort of. Still feels like I can protect them better by fighting. Depths. You make big decisions every day. Just make this one for me, will you? Be with your family, Hogan. He sighs with relief and nods. Well, I'll still be around, but I'll be busy playing with my kids. Thanks, Alette. And be safe out there when you're fighting. So while we did just lose a hero there, I think that's probably best for him and his family. Plus, I never really used him, so I didn't see any point in keeping him around just to kind of keep my hero tent staffed. Let's look at some training, then we'll level up a couple more guys, and then hit the market one more time. And I think we'll rest a bit to get rid of this poor morale, and then we'll head out. Alright, so what can you show me? Ever used a Varl and an archer to trap somebody? I don't know that I have. Let's do it. Alright, so we got Oddleif and Ivor. And let's kind of square up here. So what do we need to do? Battering ram enemy into rain of arrows. Okay. I'm going to put her there. Let's see. I am going to hold out here and let them come to me, I think. Hopefully he squares up with me. I've got to wait. Because if I put it down... Yeah, it's got to be behind him. So I've got to wait. Okay. That's fine. Why don't you just smash this guy? Get rid of him. One less threat to deal with. And, of course, this guy doesn't seem to want to move. Or he's just, like, way back in the queue, actually, maybe. Kind of hard to tell. Since we're going to have so many turns, I'm just going to move up. Why don't you just smash on this guy? Oh, we critted him. Great. I was not trying to do that. That makes this even more difficult now. Keep moving her up. But yeah, I was not trying to kill that guy. I wanted to just kind of weaken him so he couldn't keep wailing on me. I just need you to chill for there. Right there, I guess. We'll get this little guy right here. So let's have her rain of arrows right there. And then Ivor's gonna push him back. Okay, let's go battering ram right there. Cool. That wasn't too tough. How much renown do we get for that? Be nice if it was another like 14 or 15 or 16 maybe. 16, nice. Wow. Okay, let's go. We got 34 now. Let's level some people up. Then we'll hit the market, rest a bit, and head out. Alright, let's see. I don't know if we're going to be using Eric much. I think I'd like to level up Ivor. Or maybe I should do Hakon. One of them. I should get one of them to level 6. And then... Trigvi wouldn't be a bad choice. Aleo is actually a pretty decent character as well. That last fight where we had to use all the humans and no Varl, he actually came through for us. He was a pretty solid character. As was Trigvi. Luden was kind of worthless. Eyvind was surprisingly weak. He got one-shotted like the first turn. So I don't know if he's even going to be worth bringing into combat at this point. He can heal, but if he gets killed that quickly, it's really not a smart choice to bring him. So let's do Ivor, I guess. Because he is a little bit tankier than Hakon is. Hakon is more like a Warhawk. Ivor has a much higher armor cap. So we'll promote you for 13. That's kind of pricey. Oh, we get Tempest. Nice. What are our options? Or Forge Ahead. We can move people around in initiative, or we can attack several people surrounding him. Tempest is probably the best Warhawk ability, So I'm going to give him this one because that is something that I don't use very often. Controlling, you know, controlling initiative is very important, but at the same time, I just, I don't think that that's the best use. Oh, he's got several promotions queued up. I just don't think that's the best use of my current choices. Right. So he's level 6 now. We could get Gris, but I think we'll do... I don't know. I feel bad for not using Ursa because she's actually a decent character. I just don't like... I don't know. I don't like wasting a bunch of willpower and stuff on traps and things like that. They can be really effective. It's just not the way I play, I guess. Let's go with Aleo, maybe? What's his abilities? So, Tale Worth Telling. Buff an ally for 1 round, adding 1 damage for every 2 strength the enemy is above the target ally. Interesting. So it's for attacking people stronger than you. And then he has Scald Song, which adds willpower to all allies if standing within 1 tile of an ally who delivers a killing blow. Oh, that's pretty good. Huh. Will keep your heroes from tiring in combat. So basically you can just, if you have him next to somebody who's killing a bunch of people, you basically have infinite willpower. So he's actually a pretty solid character. How much is it going to cost to promote him? 9? I can afford that. Now, I think we'll give him some armor break. And... some linkage? Yeah, let's do that. He's actually got another promotion as well. We just haven't had the willpower to promote everybody. I wish Eric had a bow. If Eric had a bow, he would basically be Rook. And Rook was an amazing character. He was one of my favorites in the first game. But Eric doesn't have the ranged options. He's basically just Rook without it. He also doesn't have Mark Prey, which was Rook's best ability. We can give willpower, and he can pass through allies, which is kind of cool. But yeah, so he doesn't have Rook's best ability, and he doesn't have Rook's range. So not particularly useful, at least in my opinion. So we'll leave it at that. Now let's head up to the market, and we will take basically as many supplies as we can get here, because 3 for 1 renowned is really good. That's going to be everything. Let's see. That leaves me with 2 renown. Sure. So we've got 13 days worth, and we're going to use a little bit of that just hanging out here, resting. So our morale's up to weak. Let's try again. Now we're at normal. I think 1 more might get us to good, and then we can move out. Perfect. Oh, we're at great. Even better. So let's go ahead and leave. Now that Roic has had a chance to heal, 2 of the Horseborn are heading south to deliver some supplies to their people. What crazy ideas in your head, Scrivener? With the world falling apart around us, there may not be another chance to trek down south. Okay. Listen to yourself. The world is breaking. I don't expect a human to understand, but a Varl as old as me has more important goals than just staying alive. What about that competition you Varl have for who lives the longest? I've always understood the rules to mean you're actually doing something, not holding up somewhere safe. Besides, my guess is Snorri didn't make it out of Grofheim when the Sunder attacked. I might already be the winner. Well, I'll miss your stories, Ubin. With any luck, I'll have more of them when we meet again, little one. You taking your hired muscle with you? I feel better if Gunnolf stayed with all of you. That blade of his is sure to attract the wrong kind of attention. Wrong attention might find you anyway, then who will protect you? I'm old, not an idiot. I've learned a few tricks to keep my head on my shoulders. The younger Varl shrugs and walks off to find food. Then be safe, Ubin, and join us again if you can. You know where we're going. Don't worry about me, just make sure you're alive to see this thing through to Aberrang. Farewell. Scrivener stays for a few more goodbyes before departing with the Horseborn. So we lost him, not that he ever really played a major role. And away we go. That was quick. The governor catches up to you and asks for a moment of your time. His bodyguard beside him, silent. It's not getting any easier, is it? It probably won't get it easier until we get to Aberrang. Quit fooling yourself, girl. The capital is going to be a different battlefield, but a battlefield nonetheless. Well, we'll see when we get there. That's a reaction. If you wait for people to attack before acting, you'll wind up with a blade in your gut. So what should I be doing? Training fighters, making the decision to leave weak members behind. Arrive in Aberrang as a hardened army. You sound like Bulwark. That Varl knows how to survive and keep others around him alive. That's why I originally hired him. I'll consider what you've said. The governor is about to react, but calms himself. Get us across this wasteland, and try not picking up any more strays, will you? He sneers in the direction of the Horseborn before leaving you. The Horseborn seem like pretty competent fighters. I don't see why he would have an issue with them other than just being, like, xenophobic. Which, I assume that's the reason, but yeah. The Horseborn seem like they're probably pretty competent. A few of the weavers have been smiling more than usual lately, and now you know why. Aleo leads the children out from behind a cart in new costumes. Some have horns on headbands, while one red-headed girl wears a green cloak like yours. A boy wearing a red cloak is carrying an axe. The entire caravan gathers around to watch the performance. The young actors stand behind a short wall and discuss an approaching dredge army. As a black cloth rolls across the ground in front of the actors, a young man in red armor stands up and shouts, "Bellower." This is a reenactment of the Battle of Borsgard. Oh man, this could probably be pretty rough for her, but let's not interrupt it. A dark-haired girl holding a spear says, "We'll get no help from the governor, we're on our own." A few people in the crowd laugh while Rugga stares at the Skald. The young Rook, Alette and Varl... What? The young Rook, Alette, and Varl run toward the fierce Bellower, attacking and being repelled. Finally, the girl dressed as Juno hands Rook a silver arrow. Rook hugs Alette and shoots the arrow. Bellower roars. Well, we know the rest. Let's just turn and walk away. Making your way through the crowd, you feel their eyes on you. From a clearing, you hear their cheers and the entire caravan singing a familiar tune. The Skald finds you alone. "I meant no disrespect," he says. "You're a hero to them, a symbol, and your father is a legend. It was the only way I could think to pay homage to his memory." He leaves you quietly. We got some renown for that, and more importantly, some morale. Looks like we're just about out of these boglands. Scout runs up to you. There's a woman tied to a tree up ahead. Got 4 guards watching her. The strange news draws a good deal of attention from the caravan. The bound woman is ranting and spitting at the 4 guards when you arrive and ask, "What's going on here?" "This here's a witch," one guard says, "plaguing our clan, making everyone really sick. But we caught her and brought her way out here." The others nod. "She's to be tied here for 5 days without food or water, then cut loose. Been 3 days so far." "But she'll die on her own after that long with nothing to eat or drink," you say. "That's not on us," the guard responds. "But if you want to set her free, we'd be bigger fools than you to get in your way." You consider what to do. "Well, how do you know she's a witch?" Everyone looks at the woman who is grinning a toothless grin. She scratches at the tree bark and calls out the dead gods one by one. "That's not enough," the guard says. "She was seen squeezing mistletoe berries into water troughs. Think I heard that makes you sick." The other guards bob their heads in agreement. "Ursa, do you have any thoughts?" Ursa smiles and saunters toward the tied woman. She says a few quiet words to the prisoner and looks her over before returning. "My suggestion," she says, "burn her in the tree to the ground." Wow, okay, that says enough. Well, I don't like it, but this isn't our concern. "We don't like it either," the guard says, "but thanks for leaving us to it." As the caravan rolls by, the woman screams curses and hexes, leaving most feeling sorry for her or scared. I think having her join us would have been worse. Every time you seem to bring somebody shady on, they inevitably stab you in the back, so probably for the best that we just kept moving. Ahead, the caravan comes to an immediate halt. That's the second feigned shoe this bloody beast has thrown in a day. The ox tender curses. What? It will take some time to see to the ox, so you call for camp. While most of the clansmen sleep or lose themselves in drink, Juno requests a moment to speak with you alone. I'm impressed so far, Let. You've managed to keep your composure through this situation. Through tough situations, sorry. Thank you. Not to pain you with further comparison, but you remind me of your father at the Godstone of Stravs? Sure. Determined. What actually happened there? Your father faced down his fears, walking through thousands of dredge to obtain the only weapon that could bring down Bellower. That's incredible, and frightening. I don't know if I could do something like that. The Valka gives you a maternal smile. Neither did he. Juno patiently awaits your reply. I don't understand how you got involved in all this. At times, I think this is all my fault. At others, I'm not sure I could have stopped it. She sees your wide-eyed expression and attempts to clarify. How I became involved in this is confusing at best, but if you and I share something in common... I'm sorry, so let's try that again. How I became involved in this is confusing at best, but you and I share something in common. We're both learning what we have to do as we go, but only the future will tell if my role is villain or hero. Can you at least tell me his death meant something? I can't do that. Rook's death was unfortunate, but his life was very important. The people he brought here from Skogar, including you, and all the others along the way are being forged into what the future will require. The previous era of peace is over, and one of survival has begun. Aberrang may be the best shelter for the coming storm, but the people there are soft, too dependent on a society that will no longer exist. Because of the dredge? Partially, but mostly because of a coming darkness that is pushing the dredge. The way we live is just going away? The civilization we have now can live on only if civilized people live. When faced with disaster, we often slip into savagery. You saw what happened in Borsgard. Yeah, riots and slaughter. I'm supposed to stop that? You'll have help from those around you, but yes, I believe you can stop it or minimize it. Well, why me? Couldn't others learn to lead this caravan? The straight answer is yes, others could do it, but the clansmen choose to follow you under that banner. If you didn't appear worthy, you would be replaced. Doesn't sound like I have much say in that matter. Quite the contrary. Your every decision is your say in the matter. You keep all of these people alive as best you can, as if they were all from your own clan. That's a rare... Sorry. I'm having a hell of a time reading these, especially with my microphone blocking part of it. So, you keep all of these people alive as best you can, as if they were all from your own clan. That is rare and needed. Well, thanks. I should get back to helping the others, I guess. Before you go, there's one thing I must address with you. The serpent. The chasm at Ormsdaler and the tremors in the ground concern me a great deal. Yeah, me too. Should that incredible creature ever resurface, do not attempt to stop it. It would take power unseen in ages to affect the serpent. If you see it, run. Her words chill you as you find yourself nodding to her command. Alright, well, we could do some more training. Or we could just head out. We've got good morale and decent supplies. I say we just keep moving. I'd like to get somewhere this episode. I think we're starting to run out of time as well. A woman hauls a young girl in front of you in a crowd of others. Caught her stealing enough food to feed a starving Varl, the woman says. Not the first time I've seen her at it, either. The girl looks familiar. She's part of the thin group of humans you picked up on the trail. Why were you stealing? Never know when you'll get rid of us, the girl says. People always get rid of us. Her mother bursts through the crowd. Stupid girl, these people were good to us, she says, but it's too late. Drifters, come the angry shouts from the clansmen. Drifters are people without a banner. They are blamed for all sorts of woes, mostly undeserved. The Varl and clansmen alike run them off before you can make sense of it all, but you're left wondering what will become of them. That sucks. But, I mean, like I said, we've picked up all kinds of groups of people and they always seem to cross us, so I don't blame our clan for feeling that way. You notice the archer Nid because she is standing perfectly still looking out into the distance. Let me guess, you see more grass. When she turns to you, she's not smiling. Dredge, she says quietly. How's that possible, you ask, knowing better than to doubt her sight? I thought we lost them at the chasm. You can make out a dust cloud on the horizon, which means they can make out the one produced by the caravan, and it's heading the same direction as you, toward Lundar. Dvalka walks to your side and says, I was afraid of this, the cracks in the ground along the Eastway Road. It's like that damn crevice at Sigerholm all over, Hakon says. The dredge were just pouring out of it. Does that mean they could, Juno finishes your question, appear almost anywhere? Yes, but let's not panic the caravan, just keep moving. Well, we're almost at Lundar. Hopefully we beat them there.
Lundar, the Archer's Haven, home to the finest fletchers in the world, though it appears beset with war.
Alright, here we go. At least they've got walls. I mean, that's more than the previous village had. Oh, there's Horseborn here too. I keep wanting to call them Horse-spawn. I think it's because I've been playing too much King of Dragon Pass. So they're attacking as well. Are we getting attacked on all sides here? Jeez. Yeah, they need to patch those holes up. It's not going to do anybody any good. Looks like the dredge are hitting the town too. Yeah, crap. This is not where we want to be right now. Not at all. Looks like there's already been some fighting. There's like spears in the ground. So sweat, this is bad, Hakon says. Lundar's fighting on two fronts and barely holding it together. Hakon's been worrying long before you were ever born. His worried look is unsettling. I always heard the Horseborn had trouble with walls since they usually fight in open fields, he says. Ubin's the only one old enough to actually know, but it doesn't really matter because those walls will barely slow the dredge. And if those dredge flatten this town, we're defenseless out on the plains, Ivor says. But what are the Horseborn after? All eyes turn to Roek, Deirdriu, and Scathach. 3 Horseborn in your caravan are pointing and talking excitedly in their own language. Deirdriu nods towards Roek, tossing her head and baring her teeth. You're surprised by the look of savage fury on their faces as the couple takes off without warning, charging the attacking Horseborn. Oh, shit. While Scathach remains behind, he clearly wants to join them, but he awaits your decision. They could die on their own, Oddleif shouts, not hesitating to follow Roek and Deirdriu. Ivor sighs. She's lost her mind over those new members of the clan. Might lose her life too for it. He looks at you. We could help fight the dredge or the Horseborn, or split up and fight both if you're feeling suicidal. If we're splitting up, my Varl are hitting the dredge, Hakon says. We're good at that. Ingvar can do what he wants. He always has. Oh man, what to do? Can we survive 2 battles? We're pretty beat up right now. But we do have enough people, especially if we have the Horseborn on our side. I think that's what I'm going to do here. Let's try to split up. This could be a terrible, terrible decision, but we're going to go for it. The governor steps to your side. Alette, splitting your forces at a time like this is, well, it's a childish mistake. I feel the same way, but I don't see any other way out of this. I've made my decision. The Varl follow Hakon through a breach in the town's walls, while the rest of your fighters and clansmen follow you into the fields. It looks like the forces you've trained is roughly the size of the enemies. This could go either way, but a victory here will protect most of your clansmen. Oddleif is hemmed in near 2 Horseborn, and you assume are Roek and Deirdriu, but the kicked-up dust clouds blur your sight. We can drive a wedge straight for her, Ivor says, but these Horseborn are fast. If they flank us, we'll take heavy losses. You know what? She made her bed. She's gonna have to sleep in it. We're gonna protect everybody else who was smart. So shield wall, advance slowly, and keep them from flanking us. Exactly how I would do it, Roga says. No sense in risking everyone for a few who are foolish enough to blindly enter this fight. Yeah, I don't normally agree with him, but on that account, I agree 100%. So let's begin the attack. Your army advances against the unknown tactics of the enemy Horseborn. Alright guys, well we're going to have to leave it right here. Alright guys, so we're going to leave it right here because we are definitely out of time. So we'll pick back up in the midst of this battle. It looks like we're going to be using roughly the same party that we did in the previous fight where we didn't have the Varl, although Ivor and Skathak are joining us, so we can kind of bring them into our party and see how they fare. I mean, we know Ivor's a known quantity, Skathak not so much. We'll see what he can do. We'll probably bring like Nid, Aleo, Eggle, Alette, and maybe like Trigvi or somebody as well. We'll have to figure out who we want to bring. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Please feel free to share my videos however you guys see fit, and I will see you guys back here for the next part of our Banner Saga 2 Let's Play.